the Roadrunner. Taro's car for like half of a movie. Uh, no, this is a very popular car. People really wanted this one in the game. It came in quite quickly, quite early on in the life of the game. So we're going to see how this one goes. Again, we're going to go through all the regular Sky Realm for downforce, Ice Realm for grip, Cliffside for cornering, and Cosmic for stability. With that quick run on that first jump of Storm and that first downhill, just to see how the car goes with that. Alright, so we're just checking the downforce over here. It's not holding on very well at all. The back end is fishtailing quite a bit. The bumps are really throwing the car around. It's just having a bit of a bad time. But honestly, it's holding on. It's not too bad to drive. It is having a bit of a problem like Spinebuster was, where it's just coming down a bit crooked by the bottom. Alright, car does not like these high speeds. It's not taking me much to lose control at all. Oh. I'm going to try that once more. That may have been user error, but I feel like that was just the car having a bad time once it reached that ground and started losing speed. It seems that the weight center, like the weight of the car, is just a bit much for slowing down that much. The back end is a lot heavier than the front end, and that causes to have problems when slowing down from a high speed on a downhill. Otherwise, this thing's not doing too bad. Definitely better than Spinebuster was going down that hill. Probably the best of the Maniac cars so far from that downhill. Oh, it's having some stability issues that I'm having issues with. There was a bit of user error there because I was clenching the stick instead of actually steering, but that does happen. Oh, just didn't have the turning force that I needed for that. But honestly, it's not that bad. It's not Iridium, but it's not a terrible car either. We're going to try now on the Ice Realm. See how it goes. For this one, I feel like we should be okay. Maybe. Oh no. Big wreck. It wouldn't be a Taro Katano car if it could take that section well. Alright. Oh, and already I'm losing traction. So rear wheel drives definitely have a lot of issue with the Ice Realm, especially in this section. It's just a bit much for them. And that back end starts trying to overtake that front end really quickly. It doesn't take much at all to spit out. Interior view on this thing is beautiful, just like all the seats and everything look nice. The whole lot looks nice, however that is just a big obstruction of your view. Otherwise, it's quite a nice interior. Just want to have a look at some stuff here. It doesn't have a skull on it like it probably should. Ah! This is quite the abomination. Yeah, this is nearly as bad as Synchro as far as the Ice Realm is concerned. Let's see if we can do this loop. Let's go, Roadrunner. Oh, I've touched the steering. How dare I? Oh, the loop. Honestly, like, as much as it seems like... There we go. As much as it seemed like I was doing well, that was a real struggle. Looks like that one ran a bit better than the Spinebuster did on there. But, obviously, you know, we'll move on to the next track. See how it goes with the corners of the Cliffside Realm. Interestingly, enough. I don't think I've really given this one many attempts. Oh, I have given it a couple of goes. Still, that interior is great. Well, I'm gonna go full blast here, see if we can stay on the track. It loses traction once it hits the ground, but it doesn't flip out of control like Synchro did, so that's fine. And we're going to slow right down. Get ready for this corner. This first corner is like a real burden, as you can see. Yeah, you can't really treat it like a lot of other corners. That's one that you do kind of need to go slow for. So this thing actually like takes these corners relatively well. It's quite a smooth ride here. That was me just going a little harder than I should have. Probably should have turned a bit more. So yeah, honestly, this one doesn't drive too badly. Even losing control, I still had a fair bit of control. Oh, that didn't go as well. Obviously, I'm not going to finish the track. Just because I don't want to ruin my best times. Now we've got just one more for this one. I'm going to test its stability on the Cosmic Realm. If I was going to compare it to some other cars, like it didn't do as well as Ballistic, obviously. That's probably somewhere around RDO4 and Metalloid. Just, it did handle very well. But yeah, it is around that range. It's definitely better than Powerbomb. As for just going straight and having low gravity, it is slipping and sliding quite a lot. Like the slightest bit of steering really just puts it out quite a lot. Oh, yeah, there we go. It holds on pretty well, so I think it's quite possible to finish the track. It does hold on to just the ground quite well. Oh, rough. Still, it's not something I would ideally want to use, but still not that bad. Yeah, we've got one more to try, and that's just this first section of Storm Realm. See how we go. Yeah, so having a bit too much speed there actually kind of just threw it off then. It doesn't like hitting the ground with any sort of speed. It's very hard to just keep stable at that point. As it is, it's just... it has a lot of back-end power, which causes the back end to try and overtake the front end. Very hard to control overall. Probably just needs, like, it is a rear wheel drive, so it does have all the same issues that Synchro has. All the rear wheel drives will have those issues where the back end is trying to overtake the front end, which does cause some problems, causes them to be quite hard to drive. I don't think there's any rear wheel drives that aren't difficult to control. Just having a look. 6-wheel drive, eh? Yeah, so rear wheel drives do cause a bit of a problem in this game, just because they do spin out very easy, and the cars do not like having the back end with that extra power. But despite all that, Roadrunner's not that bad. It's not the worst car I've put down on here. I think it beats Powerbomb in pretty much every department. Everything except for on ice. On ice, this thing's just terrible, but pretty much any rear wheel drive is.